So I'm making this as a response to a common question that I get, especially when I show somebody or explain to somebody the what my SHTF50 is and what it can do. And that question that I get asked is, how do you get a gun like this, or how do you get firepower like this? So today I'm going to answer that. Now this video is not really intended for you if you already buy guns or if you've ever bought a gun online, because you'll already understand this process. And for the second part of this, it's going to apply to Pennsylvania only. I know other states use the same setup, but I don't know other states. I know my state. So step one to buying an SHTF 50, particularly in the model that I have, you save up roughly $2,800. Next, you select a FFL dealer, typically a gun store, to have it shipped to. Then you purchase the gun. You go on Safety Harbor Firearms website and you purchase the gun from them. Now, in the case of Safety Harbor Firearms in particular, they have something like a 6 to 8 month waiting period for it, and it's not like a arbitrary waiting period. It's just simply you're waiting for them to actually build your gun for you. So once your gun has been built and it's ready to ship, they then charge your card for that amount. And a recommendation I have is beforehand, go to your bank and get them to authorize that amount of money to leave your account. Because the problem I ran into was my bank only allowed so much money out of my debit card, and it wasn't enough to cover for this. So then I ran into a little bit of issues back and forth, and I finally managed to get that to go through. But if you do that beforehand, you're going to save yourself a little bit of a headache. So the shipping address that you're going to give Safety Harbor Firearms, and this applies to any online gun transaction like this, is going to be the address of the FFL. And they do call the FFL and get the FFL's licensing number to confirm that they are sending it to an FFL and not to a home address or straight to the customer. Because when you buy a gun online, you must get a background check. Now, the gun gets shipped to your FFL, and your FFL will call you when the gun arrives. Once the gun arrives, you go to your FFL, you fill out the background check information just like you were buying a gun from his shop, and he calls it in, does the whole background check procedure. You get cleared on that, and you pay him whatever he charges to run the background check. I think typically it's in the neighborhood of like $30 to $50 depending on what shop you go to. So you now give him the money for the background check, and you get your new gun. So it's really not that difficult to get a gun online or to get a gun like this online. Now, a 50 caliber rifle, as is going to be pictured throughout this video, is the maximum caliber of a rifle that you can get. There are certain exceptions. For instance, like shotguns, for instance, are much larger in caliber, which means a diameter, than a 50. But for a rifle or pistol like this, you're going to be capped at 50. There are some guns that have special sporting exemptions, but they're somewhat rare. So yes, this is big, but it's not like the biggest out there that you can get. You can get far larger if you go through special extra licensing, but this is pretty much the biggest you're going to get without going through extra government BS. So it's not that difficult. It doesn't take that long, and if you buy from a manufacturer or a online retailer who already has guns in stock, you're not going to have that 6 to 8 week waiting period. Because they're simply going to ship it right away because they have it in stock. SHTF, Safety Harbor Firearms is a small company, so they don't have a whole back stock of these guns. So you do have that waiting period for that. But like I said, pretty much you pay them the money, order your gun, give them your FFL's address, go to your FFL, pass the background check, and you get your new gun. So it's it's pretty much that simple. But I can't stress enough, because people on the left, and this isn't really a political video, but people on the left who don't understand how buying guns works will tell you that there is a online loophole. And I'm here to tell you, I have bought a firearm online. There is no online loophole. If you buy a gun online, the gun cannot be shipped to you. It must be shipped to an FFL, and you must fill out the paperwork in order for an FFL to give you the gun. And with that, I bid you a good day. And one final note, because I am trying to build my channel, so I do have to do the obligatory, if you like my content, feel free to subscribe and comment in the sections, what you think of my videos.